Noach and the Noachide laws. So still on the parasha of Noach, still in the same story. Once the flood is over, he sets out, he walks on dry land, everybody's probably still kind of seasick, animals start roaming the land again, everybody is out, and God gives a rainbow. Either it was a new physical law, or just the rainbow that anyways happens between water and the sun appeared, and from now on, God says this from now on will be a symbol, and from now on when you see the rainbow, you should know that this is my sign that I will never again flood this world, even if people are very much corrupt and perhaps would deserve it. This is the sign, just like you see the rainbow now, whenever you see it, you should know never again. However, just so that things don't go back the way they were before, from now on there's a set of new rules. There's one rule of something that Noach and his sons and next generation should take upon them, one rule to do, and then 6 other rules to avoid, not to do. What you have to do from now on, says God to Noach, and again this applies to anyone coming from Noach, which means any human being ever since, is that whenever you get together, whenever there's a group of people, you have to establish a judicial system, laws. It can't be again that each person is his own judge, his own country, has his own set of rules and his own ideas of justice. No, there has to be always. The first thing you have to do is establish systems of justice. Wherever you go, whichever nation, that should be a must. People cannot be trusted to just have their own system and just each to their own as it was till then. And that's something you have to do, says God to Noach. 6 things you have to avoid on top of that is 1, blasphemy. That means you cannot ever curse God, which gives you the idea of how much importance there is to words. God says you cannot, on your lips, you cannot ever curse God. That is the first step of immorality. So never again to curse God. Idolatry, not to worship any other idols, anyone but God. Again, this is Noach. This is not a Jewish thing. There isn't such a concept of Judaism yet. It's just humanity. And yet God expects them to go back to their sources and understand. Once you establish perhaps a judiciary system, then you understand there's something above you. You cannot have your own laws, and then that should already lead you to the next step or bring you back to your source, which means that there is a God, there is some kind of theology, there's something above you and beyond you, and you have to walk in those footsteps and not create your own world and think of yourself as God or make somebody else God on you. Number 3 or number 4, depends how you count it, is adultery, sexual immorality. That's also prohibited. These things seem to us perhaps very simple today, and of course, but perhaps the reason why they're so simple, and that's the ABC of any moral nation, country, or anything, is because it was defined as such back in those days, in the days of Noah. Till today, these are the stones, these are the building stones of just very basic morality. So no more sexual immorality, said God. No more bloodshed. You cannot murder each other. You cannot kill and take another human being's life. That is taboo. Also, you cannot steal. Theft is forbidden. But again, the idea of respecting somebody else's not only life but property. It's not all about you. You're in a system of balance, of certain balances, and you can't break the balance by only doing your own thing. Everything is connected. And the last thing is not only connected to human beings, but also to animals. If till the generation of Noah, people did not eat animals, but the generation of Noah, people did eat animals in a very barbaric way. They would just walk, they would steal from each other. They were very corrupt. They would also just eat animals, just take away their lives and eat them while they were still alive. We mentioned this before. They could just pinch or take blood or just rip apart an organ of a certain animal and just eat it while the animal was still alive, not kill it first or anything. So from now on, God says, from now on, there's certain new hierarchy in the world, and human beings are at the head of this hierarchy. So, and animals are beyond. So, from now on, yes, people can eat animals. It's a thing. I mean, God never said do not eat, and just the way the world was. And so now He's not saying it's prohibited. Yes, you can eat animals, but you cannot eat from a live animal. You cannot eat while the animal is still alive. That's just cruel. And with that, that's what's left from us. That's what we have left from what God said to Noah till this very day. That is considered till this very day the cornerstones and the basis of just humanity, the 7 Noahide laws.